Hello and welcome back to RH Movie Recap. Today I'm going to explain the 2014 film The Con Artists. Huck works as a master picklock and safe hacker, stealing and trading artifacts for a living. He's so good at his job that he's committed over 100 thefts without being caught or even suspected. We see him on one of his missions at the beginning of the film. He's breaking into a highly secured office building to steal a valuable artifact. He unlocks it in under a minute and successfully steals the artifact, but when he is no longer in danger, he accidentally breaks the priceless artifact. All of Huck's efforts have been in vain, but he refuses to give up. He expertly designs a replica of the statue and produces an identical version of it. He then takes the replica to a well-known antique artifact dealer. The man recognizes the statue as a forgery and Huck is refusing to do business with him. A wise Huck, on the other hand, asks him if he's ever sold a fake artifact before. Huck could easily prove the seller's corrupt way of working if he wanted to, so the man has no choice but to buy the statue. Huck's accomplice is also his best friend, Gwyn. He's a mechanic who specializes in making explosives out of everyday items. Huck is planning to make fake bills after the previous heist. He's created a one-of-a-kind formula for printing counterfeit but identical bills. However, when exposed to alcohol, the print fades. When the plan fails, the two decide to try something else: a jewelry shop that stores diamonds worth $3 million. The task is especially difficult because the shop is heavily guarded and has CCTV cameras installed throughout. To disable the cameras, they will need the assistance of a skilled hacker. This is where a young man named Zhang Bei enters the picture. According to legend, Zhang Bei once betrayed and sold out his partners for money. Next, Huck makes friends with an art expert named Unha. He takes her on a business date and compliments her on her necklace, which was a gift from her late father. They go to a jewelry store to check the necklace's authenticity, and it turns out that the small diamond is a collectible worth millions of dollars. Huck slips a bag under his sofa and leaves when no one is looking. They visit a second jewelry store to confirm the value of the diamond and receive the same response from the dealer. Huck is planning to rob the shop, so he remembers where the CCTV cameras are, the number of rooms and the number of guards. He determines that they must complete the robbery in less than 10 minutes at the end of the day. On the day of the robbery, the suitcase that Huck had left in the shop earlier explodes, distracting the guards. Before Huck and Gwyn enter the shop, Zhang Bei enters and hacks the CCTV cameras. Zhang Bei also disables the alarm system, allowing Huck to open the safe without alerting the guards. A problem arises when the guards return sooner than planned, but Gui distracts them by smashing their car window. Meanwhile, Jiho gets his hands on the diamonds and steals them. The trio reunites in the car to celebrate their victory. The owner of the stolen diamonds, Cho, is furious the next day, but impressed by the con artists who are able to steal through such tight security. Cho is a gangster and a millionaire businessman. He's killed several people to get where he is now, and he has no plans to stop anytime soon. He recently pinned his accountant to the ground for attempting to defraud him. Cho is also planning his own heist and requires the services of some skilled con artists. He's kidnapped and tested several safe crackers and picklocks over the last month, but no one has yet lived up to his expectations. He doesn't waste time telling his people to find out who stole the diamonds now that he knows a skilled con man is somewhere out there. He does not want the thieves apprehended. However, assign them a more difficult task. For the next few days, his men monitor every diamond dealer in town, and they soon learn about Huck and his hideout. Cho approaches the group and offers each of them a 5 commission if they agree to assist him with a heist. If they do not comply, all 3 of their loved ones will be killed. Huck notices that Cho believes Ian has a girlfriend, but he does not bother to correct them. He accepts the offer and agrees to lend a hand. Cho then informs them that he has $150 million in black money and cash being imported into Korea through Incheon Customs. It is the primary point of entry for all imports into Korea and is heavily fortified with the best security systems in Asia. Cho is importing food coupons in addition to cash, which is perfectly legal. He wants the trio to use the coupons as a disguise to get the black money out of customs. The team agrees and begins devising an elaborate plan because this is the largest heist they've ever attempted. While everyone is busy, Cho arranges a private meeting with Jong Bae and pays him a large sum of money to keep an eye on Ji Hyuk and Gwyn. He is concerned that the two will betray him. In the meantime, the police are still looking for the diamond robbers. They notice in the CCTV footage that Ji Hyuk was the one who brought the explosive to the nearby jewelry store, which served as a distraction. They go to Ji House Huck's and discover a room filled with plans and data for the next heist. It's very sloppy of Ji Hyuk to leave everything out in the open, but the cops take full advantage of it and realize he and Cho are connected in some way. Ji Hyuk and Ji Yoo-in go to the port a day before D-Day to set up an explosive as a distraction and a device that will assist Jong Bae in hacking the port security system. When Ji Hyuk returns to the hideout, he informs Ji Yoo-in that he intends to betray Cho and steal all of the money by changing the coupon's delivery address to his. Jong Bae, on the other hand, overhears them discussing the plan and informs Cho. In the following scene, we see Ji Hyuk waiting outside Jana's art gallery. She completely disregards him, given that he hasn't responded to her texts or phone calls. He reveals that he is a student of her late father when she refuses to speak. Then we meet the master con artist who introduced Ji Hyuk to the world of crime. Mr. Oh realized at one point in his life that he wanted to stop stealing and live an honest life. On the same day, however, he was murdered by his business partner, none other than Cho. Ian Ha no longer believes Ji Hyuk and walks away. Only a few seconds later, she is kidnapped by Cho's people in order to keep Ji Hyuk under control. Finally, the heist day arrives, and everyone enters the port in their respective disguises as planned. Cho initiates the move by detonating an explosive that both distracts and confuses the guards. Jong Bae employs his skills to hack the security mainframe and make it appear to be the result of an explosion. To the officials, it is a minor issue that will be resolved in 40 minutes. This gives Ji Hyuk and Ji Yoo enough time to finish their mission. They enter the secure room, where Ji Ha opens the safe. Finally, they find themselves mesmerized by a massive pile of money. Without wasting any time, they begin loading the truck with money and exchanging it for food tickets. The police then arrive on the scene. When they learn about the explosion, they make their way around the port, causing Ji Hyuk to come to a halt, seconds before fleeing with the money. Using this as an opportunity, Ji Hyuk goes to the customs office to change the address from Cho's to his, but Cho easily stops him after learning about his plan from Jong Bae. He threatens Ji Hyuk with a gun and orders him to surrender to the police. Ji Hyuk is shown Ian's necklace when he refuses. To save her life, he must reluctantly surrender in front of a SWAT team. He jumps into the water just before being arrested and is shot in the process. Moreover, the explosive in his hand explodes, ensuring his death. When In learns of this, he is devastated, but Jong Bae, on the other hand, is overjoyed because they get to keep his share of the money, and he and Ji Yoo-in have an altercation that ends when Jong Bae stabs Gu in the back and abandons him to die. Finally, the container ship arrives in Cho, but when he opens it, he is surprised to find it filled with coupons rather than money. As he is losing his mind over where the money has gone, he receives a call from Ji Hyuk, who turns out to be well and alive. Everything Ji Hyuk has done since the beginning of the film has been to destroy Cho for murdering Mr. Oh first and foremost. The artifact he stole and replaced with a fake contained a microphone. He was aware that Cho was a regular customer of the dealer. Ji Hao's good fortune prevailed, and Cho purchased the artifact at auction. He then learned about Cho's search for a safe hacker and decided to steal the diamonds. To appear in his line of sight all this time, Cho mistook himself for chasing Ji Hyuk, but it was Ji Hyuk who was leaving clues for him. Jong Bae had been with the group the entire time and had been asked to pretend to be on Cho's side. The SWAT team about to arrest Ji Hyuk in the port was actually his own people in disguise, and the bullet was also a forgery. They later brought Ji Yoo-in from where he was pretending to be dead. Finally, Cho is without his money, and Ji Hyuk has called the police. On him, the hideout is raided immediately after the call, and Cho's men begin fighting the cops in an attempt to save their lives. When everyone is distracted, Jong Bae saves and transports Ian Ha away from danger. Cho sees the chaos his plan has created and flees. The scene, a few hours later. Everything calmed down in the hideout because no one was around, and Ji-Huck's people came to take the food coupon even though it wasn't worth much. But then we find out that the coupons are actually the money that they were supposed to steal. When they were transferring money in the port, they were also printing it on the totally fake bill printer that Ji-Ha had built a long time ago. When a bill is printed, it appears as a coupon due to oxidation, but when treated with alcohol, it transforms back into money. As a final blow, Ji-Ha crashes into Cho's car and abandons him to the cops, despite the fact that it was right in front of him the whole time. After the incident, Ji-Hyuk goes missing for a few months. Then one day, Yunya receives a large sum of money from him as promised. He would give her money to start an art gallery in Dubai. Yan Ha spends the money as she had wished for a long time. On her trip to Dubai, she discovers her lost necklace in a museum. Suddenly, Ji-Hyuk appears behind her, and the film ends with the two reuniting. That's all for now. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button to help us out. Also, leave a comment if you want us to recap your favorite movie. Take care.